Welcome to 4 Low. Today we're going to be putting these on my bug. In the year that we owned this rig, we put this body kit on. It's good quality. Nope. It's fiberglass though. Put those all-terrains on it, a little bit bigger in the back, as big as the car will allow for. We put these really flimsy mirrors on. The numbers, just because it makes it faster. And then on the inside here, we replaced these door cards, which were... And then we have a strap in the back just in case it breaks down inevitably. And then the carpet kit. Pretty much the whole interior got done except for the biggest part, which is the dash. So that's what you want to see. The horn doesn't work because why would it? And then the back seat doesn't exist anymore because it was useless to begin with. So yeah, and then moving back here towards the engine. This is a 1776, yep, powerhouse. And then put this, basically just straight piped it, which is, it's good. Remote oil filter. We got a high flow pump. It's bore 20 over. It was originally a 1600 dual port, single carb. Now it has two 34s on it. They're single barrels, so it makes power. Put this little third eye brake light on here, and it's still blue back here, by the way. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the car. So we'll get into it. We'll show you under the hood. It's a lot going on there. So what we got here is a gas tank and bum wiring and a couple holes. Then the gas tank leaks up here if it's full, which is nice. That's what you want to see. Yeah. Alright, so I went to the hardware store, and here's what you need to get for this project. 2 of those, 8 of those, and 10 of those. So this here is the original hardware. It's blue. So we're going to be upgrading to these, as we've previously went over if you were paying attention. And we're going to be using these rivet nuts to put it in, so we don't have to put a nut on the other side of the pan. And we're going to be using this to put it in. It is the most complicated tool I've ever used in my life, and I think you need a degree to use it. So let's try and put the right size in. See, it's the right size. Yep. Okay. We're going to put that in here because this is currently the wrong size and you need to squeeze on it to get it to lock into the car. So yeah, so the first step is, if I remember right, is to unscrew the original nut thing that screws into the thing, okay? And then you gotta unscrew the collar, and then this whole sleeve comes off. I guess my question is why? Okay, and then you slide this thing down. You gotta hold the whole thing together, like that, and then you unscrew this little thing. Now we can start on the new one. You're basically rebuilding a car when you put this in, by the way. I mean, you might as well just go restore a car. Put that in. Then we put this back on. And then we put the final little nut back on, except this one. And there you go. There's your riv nut tool. That's way too complicated for what it is. So the goal with one of these is to go ahead and put this on here and then adjust this accordingly for how tight you need it. Okay. And then when you're ready, squeeze this down and it'll crush this little area and it'll pinch onto the car. And by pinching onto the car, it makes it to where you can put a screw in, as we've been talking about this whole time. So what we're going to start doing here, in order to begin this process, is we're going to line this up. This should be pretty close to the corner. And then those two should line up just fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mark this one, and this one. Drill a pilot hole. And then we're going to drill the main hole for the riv nut to go into. And then I'll show you the process of mashing a riv nut in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a nice sharp Sharpie. Okay. Put this in here and just wiggle it around. Yep, there's a hole there now. And then we're going to try to get this as best we can over here and right here. I think we got it. So of course we're going to do this one right on a weld, but we're going to drill the pilot hole real fast. So now we're going to drill an even bigger hole into the body of my vehicle. So now we got this on the tool. Put it in. Start crushing. Go back out. Tighten it down some more. Crush it some more. Tighten it more. Crush it more. Should be good now. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this on permanently until we eventually jump the car and they fall off. Let me get the little one up here. we did it. We put the bars on the car. Now, this is a success. No injuries, no issues, no mistakes, kind of. But they're not load bearing, so don't put any weight on them. Just for looks. Anyways, much appreciated if y'all subscribe. Have a good one.